Hi everyone, and welcome to this basic tutorial about the Hebrew alphabet. Here you will learn all of the Hebrew alphabet letters as well as their native pronunciation. A Hebrew letter can sound very different depending on the nikud it has. If you don't know, nikud are small symbols which indicate what kind of sound the letter will make. For example, Aleph, the first letter of the alphabet, can sound as A, E, U, I, O, depending on the symbols. We will not learn the nikud in this lesson. We'll only learn the letters, but with all of the options of pronunciation and how to pronounce them properly with a native accent. We do this in order to relieve some of the pressure, not to overload you. After you know how each letter may sound, in the next lesson we'll learn the nikud. Okay? So if you're new to Hebrew, grab a pen and a paper and write down as I'll explain the letters to you. Also, I highly recommend when I pronounce the pronunciations that you'll try as best to repeat after me with proper accent. That way you'll have good habits. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. The first letter is Aleph. You can see in red here, this is a transliteration. Aleph has the sounds A, E, I, O, U. Depending on the nikud, if you don't know what nikud is, those are the small symbols on the letter. I'll show you an example. Depending on this, the letter will have one of those sounds. Okay? We'll have a separate lesson for nikud. For now, let's just review all the letters. Next one is bet. Now for bet, you see, I didn't write here yet the sounds because bet has a special case. So, please look at this dot in the middle. The dot in the middle is called dagesh. The bet on the left will have sounds ba, be, bi, bo, bu. And the bet without the dagesh, without the dot in the middle, will have a sound va, ve, vi, vo, vu. Okay? Some people call this vet, but it's called bet, just bet without a dagesh. Okay, let's go to the next letter. Next we have Gimel. Gimel has the sounds ga, ge, gi, go, gu. Okay, that's Gimel. Now we have Dalet, which has the sounds da, de, di, do, du. Now we have a Hey. Now, here, this sound does not exist in English. It's similar to a ha, but it's more of a sound that comes from your chest, like ha. It's as if you're yawning. We will have a ha sound, but this is a hey, which is written a he, but we say in Hebrew hey. Okay? Ha, he, hi, ho, hu. Okay? Those will be the sounds. Ha, he, hi, ho, hu. Okay? Once we get to het, you will see the difference. Okay? Now we have a vav. Vav has the sounds va, ve, vi, vo, vu. Okay? Very similar to the bet without the gesh. Okay? Now we have zain. Za, ze, zi, zo, zu. Next one is chet. Cha, che, chi, ho, hu. Okay? It's different than the hey. Hey would be ha, he, hi, ho, hu. And this is cha, che, chi, ho, hu. Okay? Chet. Now we have tet. Tet will have sounds ta, te, ti, to, tu. By now you should realize that the sounds are very similar to how the letter sounds. Okay, now we have yod, which has sounds ya, ye, yi, yo, you. Okay. Next one is kaf. And again, this has two versions depending on the dot in the middle. Okay. With dagesh, we have ka, ke, ki, ko, ku. Without dagesh, it has a cha sound. Cha, che, chi, cho, hu. Okay, just like the chet. Next one, lamed. La, le, li, lo, lu. La, le, li, lo, lu. Next one we have mem. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Next we have nun. Na, ne, ni, no, nu. Next one we have samech. Sa, se, si, so, su. Okay, next letter is ein. A, e, I, o, u. The ein is an interesting letter because it sounds like aleph. Long ago, they say it sounded a bit more rough. And actually, if you look at some of the words, the ein has more of a material kind of sound to it. But it doesn't matter for us in modern Hebrew. In modern Hebrew, this sounds the same as aleph. Okay, next one. Pei. Okay, pei also has two versions. Pei with dagesh, pa, pe, pi, po, pu. Pei without dagesh, it's like an F, fa, fe, fi, fo, fu. Okay, now we have tzadik. Tzadik is tza, tse, tzi, tso, tzu. Now we have kof, or kuf as some people call it. Ka, ke, ki, ko, ku. Now we have reish. Ra, re, ri, ro, ru. Ra, re, ri, ro, ru. Now, the Hebrew R sound is not like the English one. It's not like ra, re, ri, ro, ru. It has to be, somebody told me it's similar to the French R. It has to be like from the throat. Ra, re, ri, ro, ru. Practice it. You'll get it someday. Okay? Now we have shin. Shin has two versions, but not with a dagesh. We have the small dot at the top. If the dot is on the right side, we have shin, and then the sounds will be sha, she, shi, sho, shu. If the dot is on the left side, we call it sin, which is sa, se, si, so, su. It's still a shin letter, but the official name would be sin with the dot on the left. Okay, so I have shin and sin. And the last letter, tav. Ta, te, ti, to, tu. Okay? Now let's have a look at the final forms of the letters. Some letters in Hebrew have a final form, which means if they are at the end of a word, you will use the final form and you will just write it differently. There are some exceptions to this when it comes to loan words, like words from English that got incorporated into Hebrew, like Photoshop. This is like an exception, but generally in Hebrew, if these letters are at the end of a word, you write them in the final form. Let's have a look at them. Okay? So we have kaf, mem, nun, pei, tzadik. Don't mind the two dots at the half here. Okay? Kaf, mem, nun, pei, tzadik. Okay, so that's an overview of the letters. Okay, I hope you wrote it down. Keep practicing Hebrew, and I'll give you some exercises after we learn the nikud and we'll learn how to read them. First, we need to learn the letters. Then the next one we learn the nikud, and then we can practice. It's very important that you learn the letters. It'll speed up your Hebrew learning. Okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.